that breaking news, Donald Trump has won the Iowa caucuses. It is the first contest of the 2024 presidential race. The Hawkeye state was just called for Trump a little less than 2 hours ago, and now the other candidates, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, are all fighting for second place.
Let's go ahead and give you a look at the latest results with the former president taking a pretty big lead. You can see here with 52.8% of the votes. He's ahead over Governor DeSantis and Nikki Haley, who are in a close race for second. Here's a live look tonight at the former president's caucus watch party live in Iowa, where voters across the state braved record cold temperatures to make sure they had their voices heard. And WESH 2 News is in the Hawkeye State tonight for the First in the Nation contest to pick that Republican nominee.
WESH 2 News political reporter Greg Fox is there live for us tonight. And Greg, you're at the watch party for Governor Ron DeSantis, but you went to a caucus earlier and heard from yet another candidate.
I did. And, you know, the caucuses are fascinating political theater. There's a lot of shouting going on, people trying to make speeches on behalf of candidates. And they call them neighborhood meetings because you tend to find out more about your neighbor's political leanings than you probably knew before you went to the caucus. But it's all fascinating. Of course, tonight, Ron DeSantis and his supporters are hoping to have something to celebrate, maybe at least an equal number of delegates. Or more than Nikki Haley gets. Let's take you inside the caucus that we went to earlier tonight. This was inside Franklin Junior High School in downtown Des Moines. And South Carolina Governor and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley was there. There were voters. They got there from Donald Trump Jr. as well. They got to hear from him. While some of them had later to say in our broadcast, we'll bring that to you. But much of what makes the caucuses so interesting is that they listen in small settings to speeches about the candidates, and then they write the names of their preferred nominee on scraps of paper. Very interesting, very different than what we do in Florida. And most of the voters we heard from tonight say it's not Ron DeSantis' time to run for the White House.
I think your governor's a good governor. He's really accomplished a lot of stuff. It's not all the stuff that I necessarily would love, you know, given where I come from. But for his state, he's doing what people want, apparently.
I think he hurt himself by running now. And if he'd have waited 4 more years, waited his turn, because he was well liked in Florida and everything, so he should have waited.
I like him. I think he's a good governor down there, but I think he should have waited the 4 years and then came in, and I think he would have run it.
It's noteworthy that during the speech at this auditorium supporting Governor DeSantis, a number of people shouted that he's not the best choice. The ballots are, certainly being counted by hand, and that could go on at the larger precincts for a couple of hours, so we may not know the results right away. Of course, we're looking forward to hearing from the candidates tonight, Trump, DeSantis, Haley, and coming up in 30 minutes, we'll hear more from Nikki Haley at the caucus we went to, along with Donald Trump Jr. Live in Des Moines, Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.